Well, the 25% auto tariffs are set to take effect in just 2 days, and our next guest warns that it will drive up used car prices, forcing consumers to look for even older vehicles in an already challenging rate environment. Joining us right now is Rick Da Silva. He's a Liberty Subaru owner who owns 3 dealerships in the state of New Jersey. And Rick, first of all, welcome. It's really great to talk to you today. Why don't you lay out the lay of the land for us right now? I've been hearing anecdotally that a lot of people have been in looking to try and buy cars right before Wednesday so they don't get hit with the tariffs. Is that what you're seeing?
That is absolutely what we're seeing. We had a great weekend this past weekend. We're poised to close the month pretty strongly. It's great to see people out. You want to see people out buying cars and not just kicking tires. Kind of the downside to that is the business that we're seeing. It's not incremental business. The people that normally would not be in the market yet are, maybe looking at they were going to buy a car later on in the spring or in the summer, later on in the year, but they're seeing all the talk about tariffs, and if they stick to their game plan, they know they're going to be paying a lot more if they wait until they're actually ready. So people are out now. It's almost like toilet paper during COVID. Everybody's coming out and trying to buy the pre-tariff cars before they all disappear. How
will tariffs affect you? How many of your cars are imported? How many are made in America? How do you figure this out?
Well, so that's a tricky question because we've got probably the brands that we represent, probably about half of them are imported as whole cars. The other half are built here in America of major components and materials from outside of the U.S. borders. So obviously the cars that get imported as whole cars are going to have a bigger tariff applied. But the tricky part comes with the cars that are built here, right? You have, different cars are going to be affected differently. Some of them have more content from outside the country. Some of them are less. So those cars, we really have no idea what they're going to cost until we actually get those announcements.
How does it work? Just in terms of the cars that are already on the lot, are you going to be selling those? Would tariffs affect those ones if they're already on the lot?
So the cars that are already on the lot and even a bunch of cars that are in process on the way are not affected by tariffs. So, as cars filter through, there's no way for me to know the car that might come on my lot, a week, 2 weeks from now might already be in the country, have been imported, not subject to tariffs. So as I look at my inbound inventory, we've got between our 3 stores, 500 and change coming. I have no idea which ones are already in the country, already built. Or which ones are going to be affected by tariffs. There's no way for me to know that.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to raise prices overall to pay for this, or is it going to be specifically the amount, the tariff? Like, how does that work out for you? Is that going to get passed on to the consumer? Are you going to eat some of the costs?
Well, so it's not really for us to eat. I mean, we joke every car that we sell in the state of New Jersey here, between sales tax and registration, the state makes far more than we do on a new car. So the margins for us to try and absorb some of that, it's really not practical. It's really going to be a matter of what the car costs us and how much the manufacturer can either decide to absorb or pass on. Each manufacturer has their own math to do to kind of figure out what makes sense for them. Everybody's got a different mix of cars that that are built here, that are imported as whole cars, so that the math is different for every manufacturer. But I have no doubt that the brunt of this price increase that's it's coming due to tariffs is absolutely going to be borne by the American car buying public.
So how much do you think prices will go up? I mean, 25% tariffs.
Yeah, I mean, 25% tariff is a big number. It's affordability in the new car sector has been a problem for a while. If you look at some of the numbers from last year, the average transaction price on a new car was nearly $50,000. The average monthly payment on those cars was over $780 a month. So that's a big chunk already, right? If you're a 2-car family, you're nearly $1,600 a month just in car payments without looking at insurance, maintenance, any of the other things that come along with owning a car. If you add 25% to that, and some of it, like I said, will be 25% on the whole car, some of it is 25% on parts of it, those numbers are going to go through the roof. You've already got a lot of people who can't afford those kind of payments that are already priced out of the new car market, and you're going to have more people that are priced out of the market and looking at used cars.